We have breaking Chicago Blackhawks news as they have recently announced that the unnamed captain of this team, Nick Foligno, has been re-signed to a 2-year extension. An absolutely massive move that needed to happen, which we're going to talk about in this video. But before we get into all of that, we notice that 83% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. So if you want to join the road to Macklin Celebrini and you get all your Blackhawks news immediately, just like this one, you're in the right spot. Make sure to hit the sub button, join the channel, and, much appreciated. Blackhawks have been in a very tough spot recently, but it is getting super, super exciting. But like I said, we need to start this one off here, obviously. The Blackhawks announced a 2-year extension to Nick Foligno at $4.5 million per season. Now, I know a lot of you guys watching this right now are probably thinking, that's a lot of money for a guy like Nick Foligno, not someone who's going to go out and get you goals, not someone who's going to go up and put up 3-4 points a night, but this is a contract that is made to be a captain, to be a leader in this dressing room, and it's very, it's built for Nick Foligno. Now, I'm a huge fan of this deal. I'll say that right off the rip. I really like this deal. Give Nick Foligno his money, name him the captain, and, this obviously is not going to happen this season, but going into the next season, I think you'll see him wearing the C on his chest. This move, I wouldn't say would have happened if they weren't going to do that. He's here to guide this next generation of Blackhawks players, the next generation of this Blackhawks franchise to their new destination, the new hope, I guess you could say. And it's an absolutely fantastic move, I think, in my mind. But we're going to get into all of that in a minute as well here. But you also have a no-movement clause for Nick Foligno. Obviously, I don't think they would trade him if they were to sign him at this contract at this age. He would be tough to move with the contract regardless. But, Nick Foligno's not there for that reason. He's not there to put up, like I said, he's not there to put up points, goals, assists. He's not there to do that. He's a leader in the dressing room, on the ice. And whatever this team needs, he's there for it. We've seen when Connor Bedard got his jaw broken off that hit. Nick Foligno, the first one into that pile, going after the guy who hit him. Clean hit, I will say that again. That's not a dirty hit. Very, very unfortunate just situation, the way it all happened, the way it all played out. But Nick Foligno knew that was his role. That was his duty to go and avenge Connor Bedard off that hit. That's such a veteran move, a veteran presence, and he's just that guy that you want on the team. That's a style of player that the Blackhawks need at this point to be named their captain. I also have a quote here from Kyle Davidson via Ben Pope. He says, "The impact Nick has already had on our team in such a short time is a testament to his work ethic and dedication to helping the players around him succeed. Hard working on the ice, the energy he brings every night, and his versatility to play in any situation have been a tremendous asset. His leadership skills both on and off the ice have been instrumental in what we are building, and we are excited for him to continue to push our team forward." That couldn't have been better said by Kyle Davidson. A very good props to give him his money. Obviously, this is probably going to be the last contract of his career, barring, anything that happens, because this season, the next 2 seasons after. But Nick Foligno, like I said, he's a guy you want in the role that he's currently in. He's a leader on and off the ice, like Kyle Davidson said. He's been everywhere in the NHL in every situation. He's there to help out the younger players, which this entire Blackhawks team is made up of. There's very few veterans on this team that will be there for the future, out for the long run. Right now, there are a few more due to the injury situation. However, Nick Foligno is a perfect guy to guide this team forward, to guide this team to the promised land, to where they want to be, which is eventually the Stanley Cup playoffs. I can't say enough good things about Nick Foligno, and I'm sure there's many people, many Blackhawks fans who are excited about this move, and a lot of people outside of the fan base of the organization wondering why this is so much. But he's a player that you have to watch the games, you have to know the internals of the team and everything to see what he's been doing to make this contract so valuable. And honestly, I think the Blackhawks could have given him more, and I would be absolutely okay with it. It's something that had to happen. He's going to be named captain next year. Kyle Davidson, Luke Richardson, whoever is watching this, you have to name Nick Foligno captain. That's all I've been seeing on Twitter, or X, or whatever you want to call it, about this contract is, give this man, he got his money, give this man the C next, and end his career off on a high. Obviously, I wouldn't really want to see Nick Foligno retire. He's been one of my favorite players throughout his entire career, no matter where he's been. I've just liked his style of play, his attitude towards the game, his work ethic, everything about him. Such a good guy in the NHL, a guy you want on your team, and it's perfect for the Blackhawks in this situation. I'll pull up his career stats here just to show you, never a guy that was going to put up too many points. He wasn't a guy that was going to go out and blow you out of the water with how many points he's getting, his goal total or anything. But he's a guy that you want on your team to help those guys get goals. Obviously, he's not going to be a primary impact on the ice, but he's a guy that's going to lift you up, going to keep your head up when you're in your lows, and it's just, a perfect player for the Chicago Blackhawks right now. And the situation they're in, they stink. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They are horrible. So when you go into this locker room, he's going to be the guy that's keeping your head up, knowing that this is temporary. This happens to every team, every player in the NHL, and it's going to be, it's going to suck. It really is. That's what you're going to go through. Nick Foligno's the guy to lift your head up. Do what you want, say what you will. He's the guy that they need right now for this team, morality-wise. But, other than this, Nick Foligno is the first contract that we have extended from this season going on to the next for the Chicago Blackhawks. There are many, many, many more. But, Nick Foligno was, I think, the primary one they wanted to get out of the way. The future captain, like I've said many times in this video. But, to me, it just kind of points to a sign that they're not going to be going out and getting any big guys in free agency just yet. I think they're going to let this run through, see what happens this season, see what happens in the draft, and then head to free agency, get your guys that you want from your team, maybe let some walk, and then, I think they're just going to fill up the team with some middle tier to lower tier players. But Nick Foligno is a guy that's going to be, like I said, he's going to be on the team now until he retires, would be my general assumption. This is, I don't know what to say. I really do like this contract. It's perfect for the players, perfect for the team. And I'll pull up Kyle Davidson's quote here again. You can say the impact he's had such a short time, the work ethic, the dedication. He says, the hard working on the ice, the energy he brings to the locker room, the versatility. He's just, there's not enough good things to say about a guy like Nick Foligno. But yeah, so he's gonna be guiding this next generation of Blackhawks players. We obviously have a lot that I'd say will be coming up from the AHL next year in, maybe Colton Dach, maybe Ethan Del Mastro, a lot of players that are going to be there. I think Nick Foligno is also a very big part in Lukas Reichel's development right now in this season. We know that Lukas Reichel's been struggling a lot recently, and it does suck, but it's going to happen. I think Nick Foligno is right next to him the whole way through saying, keep it up. You're going to be doing, you got this. You got this. You're going to be doing exactly what you want to do. It just takes time. This is the National Hockey League, the best hockey league in the world, and you're playing against some of the top talent. Just give it time. And I think this is perfect for the younger players in this team. It's what they need, but, I want to know what you guys think about this contract in the comments below, because obviously a lot of people I think are going to think this is too much money to give Nick Foligno, but, I'd argue you could even give him more. So I think this is absolutely perfect. It's not much more than he's making right now. He's making $4 million. So I do think that, it was needed. It was needed, and it was a very good contract signing. But that's all I got for this video. If you do want to get all your Blackhawks news as it happens, make sure to hit the sub button. You'll get videos just like this one when news just happens. But that's all I got. I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. See you later.